Alpionese presents Tiny Tales of Transformation. Episode 19, the sponsor of the transformation. A business transformation is actually an exercise in applied governance. Technology, processes, organization, skills. All of these things matter. But what converts a strategic intention into measurable results is, among other things, the quality of sponsorship. The sponsor is obviously the person who authorizes a budget, but they are also the leader who ensures consistency between the strategic trajectory, management decisions, and operational adoption. Effective sponsorship in the context of transformation rests on 4 inseparable functions. The first is the direction-setting function, formulating a precise, limited, intelligible ambition with a time frame and expected results. The second is the arbitration function, deciding between competing priorities, sequencing work streams, and allocating scarce resources. The third is the alignment function, synchronizing the executive committee, middle management, support functions, and teams on the field around the same decision-making criteria. And the fourth is the ownership function, creating the conditions for change to be effectively integrated into routines, objectives, and management practices. Ultimately, the sponsor enables execution across the entire company. In the case of an SME, there is a precision to be made. Resources are more limited, teams wear multiple hats, and trade-offs are potentially more pressing. An effective sponsor must act with a high degree of management discipline. They define the scope of priorities, they validate observable success criteria, they demand frequent reviews, and they link each milestone to a concrete business impact. This direct link to performance is essential. It transforms a project perceived as an initiative into a sustainable management decision. So why does the sponsor generally need to be a high-level decision maker? For structural reasons. Transformation crosses functional boundaries. It requires the conversion of legitimate but different approaches between departments. Only a senior executive has the key leverage necessary: the authority to make decisions, the ability to reallocate resources, and the legitimacy to set a shared priority. Sponsorship becomes an act of executive management. More than just supporting a project, it is above all about orchestrating a major change in the company. The benefits of a strong sponsor are therefore very tangible. They reduce the fragmentation of initiatives. They increase the speed of decision-making. They improve the quality of compromises between short-term objectives and transformation. They clarify managerial responsibility at all levels. And above all, they accelerate adoption because teams understand the continuity between strategic narrative, resource decisions, and management expectation. This continuity is one of the strongest enablers of sustainable results. In this context, Alpionese plays a decisive role in making sponsorship itself a profession, preparing executive reviews, defining performance indicators, formalizing decisions, clarifying roles, establishing escalation mechanisms, and monitoring managerial alignment. In other words, we help sponsors fully exercise their role as strategic leaders. Want to find out more? Join us on alpionys.ch, alpionys.ch.